Manchester City aim to bounce back when they host the high-flying Bournemouth at Etihad Stadium on Sunday. Sunday's final kickoff sees a stunned Manchester City take on second-placed Bournemouth in an exciting Premier League clash. Pep Guardiola's team have never been known as one-man shows. But in 2025, we are seeing things that barely make sense. Manchester City became over-reliant on Erling Haaland this campaign. With the Norwegian hitman in red-hot form, it seemed like a good thing. But when the striker had an off day, all the flaws in the system were exposed. Matty Cash's fantastic goal was enough for Aston Villa to beat the toothless citizens. They desperately need other stars to step up, as they risk being left behind in the early title race. They host a Bournemouth side which has all the tools to hurt City even more, on the weekend. The citizens trailed against Swansea midweek before putting on a late show. Omar Marmush and Ryan Cherki struck for them to seal an impressive 3-1 victory and progression. Andoni Iraola registered Bournemouth's best ever start to a Premier League season after 9 games. The Cherries amassed 18 points after making short work of Nottingham Forest. In stark contrast to Manchester City, they have match winners all over the field. Despite losing his entire backline, the Spanish tactician has quietly rebuilt it with even greater purpose. Antoine Semenyo has been sublime for them as he chases Haaland in the race for the Golden Boot. The likes of Marcus Tavernier, Eli Krupi and Justin Kluivert have all stepped up. The Cherries have been unbeaten in the league since the opening day. They will be keen to extend their 8-match unbeaten run and chase Arsenal in top spot. Manchester City vs Bournemouth last-minute tickets, how to buy. Etihad Stadium is the place to be on Manchester City match days. StubHub can help you find last-minute tickets, allowing you to experience all the action live at the stadium. Read more, Manchester City 2025-26 tickets, prices, premium packages and season ticket information. How to watch Manchester City vs Bournemouth online TV channels and live streams. Fans in the UK can watch and live stream the game on Sky Sports Main Event and Sky Sports Premier League. For supporters in the USA Network and Telemundo will air the game. It can be live-streamed in the US and Canada on Fubo. How to watch Manchester City vs Bournemouth worldwide. Here is how fans can watch the Manchester City vs Bournemouth clash worldwide. Manchester City vs Bournemouth key matchups. Erling Haaland vs Marcos Senesi. All good things come to an end, and so did Haaland's impressive scoring run. He scored in 12 successive games for club and country before coming to a standstill. He had a fabulous chance against Villa, but hit it straight at the keeper. He did put the ball in the back of the net once, but it was chalked off due to an offside. Guardiola hopes Haaland will be fine for the Bournemouth game following an injury scare. Senesi will be buoyed by his impressive showing, and Haaland drawing a blank in the league, just before their clash as well. The Argentine defender leads the Cherries' defense and will be hoping for an error-free outing against the Norwegian robot. Josko Gvardiol vs Eli Krupi. Jr. Evanilsson's injury came as a blessing in disguise for Krupi. The 18-year-old was getting minutes off the bench when the Brazilian striker was fully fit, but still managed to make an impact. Once he was installed in the lineup, he never looked back. 3 goals in 2 starts showcased his full finishing range and the ability to take on imposing center halves. He will be raring to complete his first 90 minutes in the league against Manchester City. Gvardiol, who is rotating between left-back and centre-back shifts, will be keen to stop the youngster in his stride. Matheus Nunes vs Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo's ever-rising stock is at an all-time high this season. The star winger scored 6 times and assisted 3 times in the league. With his trickery and clinical nature in the final third, he rarely gives a moment's rest to his fullback. Nunes will be on his toes all game long as he faces the difficult task of keeping Semenyo quiet. The Portuguese is also expected to contribute to chance creation for his side. Guardiola might even opt for a more defensive option in John Stones against Semenyo on Sunday. Manchester City vs Bournemouth prediction. Manchester City still have 2 sides to their game this season. They can either play stylistic football or grind out results. Whatever their approach to this game is, expect the Cherries to match or even better them. From the same school of thought as Guardiola, Iraola has drilled incredible discipline and technicality into his side. They can go toe-to-toe with any team and not look out of place. Iraola had Guardiola's number once.